So what's your number four? Oh, what's your number five? I'm sorry. Oh
Okay,
my
so
gosh, we're at the end. We did it. Number
this
five.
this
What's your
song,
number five?
okay, so this song ended up replacing. I heard it through the grapevine, on number one in the charts in 1969. It was an R&B Billboard, hot R&B Billboard. Um, the B side of this is a woman needs to be loved. So the song I'm talking about is "Can I Change My Mind" by Tyrone Davis. This I've always
Whoa.
loved this song. Um, my grandfather used to play this song a lot when I was a kid, but I never knew who sang it. And I want to say within the last like 10 years, I rediscovered this song and I instantly thought of my grandfather. And I was like, man, I love this song so much. And, you know, thank God for Shazam, click of a button, boom, I got the artist, you know. I love this song because I think most people have been here before where they break up with somebody and then within like days of doing so, they regret doing that because they realize that was the best thing that ever happened to them. And that's what this song is basically about. He's breaking up with his wife or his girlfriend or I don't whatever it may be. And then he's like, oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hey, can I change my mind? Can I take that back? I didn't mean to do that. And he's pleading with his girlfriend or his lady to take him back. And the thing that's so funny about it though is the song doesn't sound particularly sad. It's still kind of upbeat even though the lyrics are supposed to be sad. Um, but to me, it's just the perfect. It came around. I'm trying to say it's late 60s, 1968, 1969. So you're kind of getting into it's kind of a precursor to what we're getting in the 70s. And I feel like this song is perfectly lays a foundation for that. It's produced by Willie Anderson, um, written by Carl Wolfwork, and yeah, Tyrone Davis, man, he sings it like he's really begging, like, please come back, please. I didn't mean to break up with you. You know, please don't walk out that door. Really, really good song.
Wow.
Yeah, Tyrone Davis, really,
You
very, very slept on song.
you want to know something? I've never heard the
Was it?
song.
You never heard? Can I change one?
I've
I think
never heard it.
I bet you have, and you just didn't realize it. I'm sure you've heard the song before.
It's
Maybe
not
not often, but I think you've heard it before. It's probably somewhere back there in your vault somewhere.
it's not coming to me. Wow, that's
Really?
interesting. You got me.
I guarantee you, if you hear the song, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, I have heard this song before somewhere."
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm obviously gonna have to check it out now. If you're rating it this highly, I'm
yeah.
gonna have to check it out. That's interesting. I mean, I know who Tyrone Davis is, of course, but
But you don't know that song? That's probably his
I,
biggest. That might be his biggest hit.
I don't know how I missed it. I'm pretty sure I've missed it. That's interesting.
That is
Wow.
interesting.
Congratulations. If anybody was gonna get me, it was gonna be you.
Yeah, because
'Cause
it went and I'm looking at it right now. So it went number five on the pop charts actually,
what year was this?
1968,
Okay. Yeah.
and then it went number one in the R&B charts, but it hit number five on the pop charts. I never realized that.
Maybe I did hear it and just don't know that I heard it. You may be
Yeah,
right.
it's got to be because there's no way you missed this one.
That is trippy. I got
Yeah,
nothing. Wow. If anybody was gonna y'all, Dre knows his music like
yeah,
so
but
much
yeah,
better
check that
than I
out, man.
do.
Tyrone Davis.
I am Dre's apprentice. Okay. That's amazing. You got me. Congratulations. I have to go listen to that song when we're done because I got to know what
Yeah,
the fuss is
definitely.
about. Maybe I'll hear one of my new favorites too. Who knows? That's
Hey,
wow. Come
yeah.
Davis. I didn't expect you to do that at all. Wow.
So you've heard "Turn
Congratulations.
Back the Hands of Time" though?
What's that?
Have you heard "Turn Back the Hands of Time"?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no,
But
that
that
I've
came a
heard.
couple years. They came a couple years later.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
familiar with Tyrone Davis. I just hadn't heard that song before.
man, that's crazy.
So, yeah, yeah, you got me. I got nothing. Congratulations. It's only a matter of time. I just didn't expect you to do it here. Wow. All
Oh
right.
man.
Well, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it to you. My fifth one is is basically become a modern day standard.
Okay.
Um, it's been recorded by everybody, their mother. I believe my cat Zinc recorded it at one point. Um, it's been done repeatedly. It was originally written um, by David Foster and Jay Graydon, and Bill Champlin wrote the lyric a little bit later.
Okay.
Um, the story goes that they were working on an album, Jay and David were working on an album for Maureen McGovern that never came out. Marie McGovern did the song The Morning After, which was a huge
Okay.
hit. And it was her only hit. But during the sessions for that, David started playing the what essentially became the progression to the chorus of this tune. Um, and he knew he had something, but he couldn't do anything about it in that moment. And so then when the
Mhm.
session broke, they were recording at Dawnbreaker in LA, um, which doesn't I don't think exists anymore, but like so many recording studios. But when they were on a break, um, they recorded the music for it. And Jay came up with the chord progression for the verses.
Okay.
Um, and then they kind of worked together for the B sections. And of course, Dave did the chorus, as I said earlier. The chorus came first. And then they called up Bill frantically. They're like, we need a lyric because they don't write lyrics.
Okay.
So Bill, who had been previously with the Sons of Champlin, who was they were kind of a Bay Area group that were very Grateful Dead like, but never really achieved any
Hmm.
meaningful success. Bill would later go on to have a couple of solo records. Um, and so to make this totally linear, I'll go there. So um, Bill was making his first solo album, which was called Single back in 1978. Um,
Okay.
and they had this song in the chamber, and Bill was going to record the song.
Okay.
And David was due to work with Earth, Wind, and Fire at roughly the same time
All
on an
right.
album called I Am. Um, and Bill thought about this song and thought this would be perfect for Earth, Wind, and Fire. The heck am I supposed to tell Bill he can't have it?
I'm so mad I didn't put them in there. They're not one of my songs, Earth, Wind, and Fire, but continue on.
It has to be. And so
Oh man.
he called Bill and was like, Earth, Wind, and Fire has to have this. You can't record it. And
Oof.
Bill was like, this wouldn't be the worst thing for my career. They'll make
Okay.
a hit out of it. They should have it. It's cool,
Yeah.
no problem. So they go ahead and record the tune. By now, I'm pretty sure you know what it is. Um, are you still in the dark?
Yeah, because there's so many. Yeah, I'm trying to think. 19. You said 1975 or 1978?
1979 for with this particular recording of it. I Am, the album that they collaborated with David Foster on.
What's this? After the Love Is Gone?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah,
That's my favorite Earth, Wind, and Fire song.
yeah, yeah. It, it's
Man, you hit that. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I should have put that on there, but I'm
no,
glad
no,
you did though.
but it's here. It's in there. One of
Yes.
us was going to do it. So the story for the tune up to this point is interesting enough, but it gets better. So of course they go and they record the tune and it's a hit, but they didn't record it the way it was written. Um, they did it. Maurice did it his way, but it's
Mhm.
not the way the song was written.
Okay.
Um, the chorus is even a bit different. There's a version by a group called Airplay. Airplay was David Foster, Jay Graydon, and the session vocalist named Tommy Funderburk. And Bill Champlin was an additional vocalist. And they went into the studio a year later, maybe a little less than that, and cut After the Love Is Gone the way they actually wrote it. And
Okay.
it's a different tune. It's still very R&B. The R&B is not out of it at all.
No,
But
definitely not.
instead of because they use like Earth, Wind, and Fire uses they're not using the melody. The melody's different.
Yeah.
How do I explain? So the chorus is after the love is gone.
Yeah.
Their
Beautiful
version,
man.
how can you lead me on? That's their version, which is actually the top harmony. Airplay's version is after the love is gone. How can you lead me on?
Okay.
And now let me stay around. Forgive my voice. It's been a long day. It's 2 o'clock in
You
the
want to hear
morning.
a funny story? And this is what kind of threw me off. I wasn't able to guess it right away.
Mm,
Foster actually offered that song to Hall and Oates.
I didn't
Did
hear
you know that?
that.
Huh?
Did did he? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. They rejected it
I did not know that.
because it wasn't their own material.
I never knew that. Now I do know, speaking of Hall and Oates, that Daryl Hall ended up singing backgrounds on Bill's solo album with a song called
Okay.
We Both Tried that Bill and David wrote. He's all the
Okay.
backgrounds on it. Um, no, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Why, imagine being the bonehead that rejects after the love is gone. That's
Well,
frightening.
I guess at that point they were only writing their own stuff, so they didn't want to take somebody else's, song. I guess so. I
Yeah,
don't know. It could have been a money issue or something. So,
still, bro, come on. Like, this is
but
after the
aren't you glad
love
they
is
did
gone.
though? Aren't you glad
What?
they did reject? Aren't you glad they did reject it though?
I am glad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
am. I am. That went exactly the way it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
But the original version of that kind of dovetailing back to that real quick is very interesting. Like the airplay version of it is very interesting because it's a very different tune, and the
Mhm.
chorus and excuse me, the verse ends up in a completely different key. So it's a very different song in airplay's hands, the way it was originally intended. But
Yeah.
every bit is R&B. That said, it is not Earth, Wind, and Fire. That is the definitive version of the tune. Whether they meant for it to be or not is relevant to nothing.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of people have covered it. Obviously, 112 did a cover of it that was pretty good. Um, Tommy Emmanuel, the acoustic guitar player, did a cover of it
Okay. I
with
like
a
to hear
with
his
a
version of it.
group that's actually what's that?
I would like to hear his version of that song.
It's good.
Is it?
It was an Australian vocal group that did it with them, Australian
Okay.
R&B group that did it with him. That's actually really, really good. And it can be
How
found on
does
YouTube. What's that?
how does 112's version sound?
It's very close to Earth, Wind, and Fire's version.
Is
Very
it? Okay.
close. Yeah, it's on a night
Now,
at
I wouldn't
Natalie.
figure they'd be able to pull that off, but okay, I'll have to check it out though.
They did. It works.
Okay.
It's very, yeah, it works. It's on a night at Natalie's, from New York Undercover. It's on that soundtrack. And
Okay.
certainly available far and wide on the YouTubes and yeah,
Wait a
it
minute. So you
can,
said some the New York Undercover soundtrack?
yeah, a night at Natalie's, the first one. Yeah,
Then I've probably heard it before, but I don't know why I don't remember that version for some reason.
I'm sure you have. It because it's the same one that has like the Tina Marie cover of Wishing on a Star on it.
What about
Yeah,
Anthony Hamilton? Wasn't he on that soundtrack too?
I think so, but I think he was on the second one
Okay, maybe that's okay.
because
Maybe
there were
that's what
two
it is.
volumes of it.
Okay, all right, I got you.
But it's nice the way they do it is,
Okay,
and James Mtume produced it. It's nice.
okay,
And a lot of other people have done it since then. It's been covered to death because it's just
yeah,
that good. And none of
yeah,
the covers are bad. This is a song you can cover and get away with. Phil Perry and Vesta Williams did a cover of it,
yeah. Okay,
which is very
yeah,
nice. And Phil does what Phil does. Great
yeah,
singer. But yeah, I mean, it's a song that's malleable to a variety of different styles. It's just so good that you can't screw it up. That's the
yeah.
mark of a great song when you can't mess it up and you
But I'm
don't.
glad you picked that, man, because I would have been, I probably would remember that like 10 minutes after we went off the air, and I would have been kicking myself because yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, it's just it's I wa- I do have to disagree with you in that I do think they did better than this even. Um,
What's that?
I was afraid you were going to do that. Um, I love Getaway.
I can't. I
Um,
can't. I can argue that. I won't argue that.
it's apples and doorknobs. I mean, it's a completely
Yeah,
different song,
yeah,
but I love that. I love that it's not polished, that it's just fun,
yeah.
it's just kind of out there. I love Can't Hide Love.
Okay.
Um, I think that's better. Um,
Oof.
I know. Um,
The
Leave
my
Me
okay,
Alone.
so with me, there's After the Love Is Gone, and then there's Let's Groove and Shining Star like right below that for me.
See, Shining Star doesn't even register for me. I do
I
like it.
love Shining Star, man.
Do you?
I love Shining Star. Oh, and um, why am I forgetting the name of the song? On your face,
What?
in your face. What's the name of that song? Earth, Wind, and Fire. In your face, something like that.
I don't know. I'm not, it's not coming
It's
to,
been sampled a few times. It came out like in I want to say it came out like in 76, 77. I'll have to send you the link after we get off the after we get off the computer.
yeah, you got me on that one. Twice. That's twice he's done it now. Um, Gosh, I'm so
It's on the
embarrassed.
Spirit side. It's on the Spirit album.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's
that
called On Your Face. Yeah, On Your Face. Yeah,
okay. I yeah, twice. Dang it.
it's on the same album as Getaway.
Okay, yeah, because yeah, Getaway was on Spirit. No, I know. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
yeah, there's a bunch of things. They just yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire was great.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, this is After the Love Is Gone absolutely belongs here just because it's the most often covered and you can't
yeah,
mess it up. It belongs. It absolutely belongs.
yeah. That's man. That's the perfect Quiet Storm tune, man. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember you remember Sweet Baby by Clark Duke Project?
Yeah,
People used to think that was Earth, Wind and Fire song. It's the same song sideways. It really is. They're very
that
similar
that
songs.
would be a good podcast right there.
Yeah.
Songs that we thought were sung by other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody swore up and down Sweet Baby was Earth, Wind and Fire. I did too. I didn't know better either until years
Yeah,
after the
that
fact.
makes
And
sense.
I finally tripped on it. I was like, finally. Such a great song. Um, there's a bunch of good stuff on the Clark Duke Project, but we're not talking about that, darn it. We're talking about After the Love Is Gone. And now we finished talking about it. I'm stopping us. Um, it's almost 3 in the morning. What's the matter with us? You see the things I do for you, the things we do for you. Do you see? This was fun to do. We haven't done this in a long time. We need to do more
I
of
know,
this.
man. It's been a while.
It really has. It's been
You
far
know,
too
life
long.
gets in the way, though. You know.
Yeah, no, I know. Life comes at you fast. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. So anyway, we're gonna call it into this one. If you liked it, please tell us that you did do the YouTube things. You know what they are. Click like, share the video around, subscribe. This is a small channel, but it is getting bigger. Help it to get larger, please and thank you. I'm trying to get
Yes,
to
please.
500 subscribers. Hook a brother up, okay? Please and thank you. Um, Go to the website. There's really cool things there. We have Patreon. Go there to support the channel. I had to replace a computer. It wasn't cheap. Help me, please, and thank you. Um, I was telling Dre that earlier. That's why I got the laptop. The other computer died. Um, Completely died. That wasn't cheap. But yeah, anyway, there's always more content coming, more slept-ons coming. Yes, there is another hot garbage coming. I've been asked about it. It's coming, I promise. I have the perfect
Hot
song
garbage.
for
Let's
it.
check that out. I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah, there's a series of hot garbage, and Janet Jackson is next. Your number is up, my dear.
What?
Um,
Not
oh yeah,
Janet.
yeah, it's
Oh
coming.
man.
It's coming, and then once you see it, you'll understand why.
Interesting.
But yes, and please check social media. All the links are in the description. You can follow all the mad goings on in the channel there. But yeah, so for Dre, this has been Ed, and this has been mad fun. And until we see you next time, keep listening to great music.